Well, hello. I'm just about to start potato lifting 2023. So I'm on the top of a bank, and this bank is about 8 metres down from there, and 4 metres down from there. But every bump you go over makes you feel like you're going to flip it. So I'm really not enjoying this. This machine is a Grimmy 270 Varitron, and it's basically a trike. So every bump the rear end goes over, it makes you feel like you're going to flip it that way or that way. It helps to talk because I'm taking my mind off falling. Absolutely petrified. So the bank's filled out a bit now, and it's a lot more sensible in width. Oh, what a relief. I can dare aim the camera down here now. I mean, it really doesn't look far away, but that is, it's got to be 8, possibly 9.5 metres down there now. Down that side now, it's probably 4.5 metres. Actually, it might be nearly 5. So this is one of the scary bits done. The next thing, I've got to cross a bridge over yonder. Just look incredibly flat from here. So I'm just going to get a few loads out today so we can snag the grader. At the pumping station. There's probably one within every couple of miles, really. Look at this owl box. What a piece of work. Very lucky owl. With another bridge. Yeah, this one's not too wide. But then it's not too narrow. You get very weird perception of width on this machine because it hasn't really got a true centre. Just going to go into field mode, and that gives me all-wheel steer, so I can steer the back manually now. Just show the mirror. A little bit tight. Phew! Just about over it. You can see it in the mirror. It's not a lot. Just got to the field. I'm going to flip it out, or flip the tank out. So I'm going to unlock it. And it's a bit like a big transformer. I've checked there's no power wires above. Takes a few seconds. So this is effectively making the tank and the elevator. There we go. Right, start time. So I'm a little bit all over at the minute because I'm just trying to set my web speeds. So we're down to the last, 5-6 loads in this field, and the one out. It's been quite nice. Adrian's flying today. It's just get to a nice dry civvy moisture. a bit wet just this side of him. That's where a tram line was, and on this silt it sort of seals and would just run to the lowest points. This is some skirty fen. It's a lovely potato, but it comes with plods as part of the package. It's quite dry actually, for what we're used to. Get a bit of speed on now because he's trying to keep soil in the machine. We need the soil for the cushion so they don't bruise the tates. A really nice sort of soil flow out of there. I can see from here the last clean is still removing plod. Going to be a bit of work for the guys at the yard to do. But this is a tram line, they're never great. But a lot better than when we didn't have the mist rows, because we found we'd have great big canals and they'd be full of water, and the ridges either side of the rows were always horrific. And in fact, it was this field when I first got the harvester, it was set up in here. So the back axle is crabbed across 2.8 degrees. And that way we can get the machine in the row, or the gap of the row. Can you see the front there? Not good on any roads. We don't need them horrible road crop wheels then. We need the maximum flotation. Brilliant way of opening up. So I'm just up here looking for cuts. It's a bit noisy and there's a big squeal. Not too worried about this horn, that'll vanish on the grader in the yard. a little bit of clod. We may shallow it a bit because there's no cuts to see. That's my view. It's a bit of a shoulder compaction where we've ran the irrigation trolleys up the side of these roads as well, so it can only get better than this. So this bunker elevator's dropped right down to be gentle. Oh, the sun's just come out for us. It's quite hard to imagine you can actually get 7 tons worth in there, but it definitely does. Just stop now. We're full. There's about 7 ton in this tank. This is only Adrian's like 4th trailer this year, so he admits by his own. He's still learning. This trailer hasn't got a mat in. It's the only one that hasn't. Setting the tank now into a sort of field work position. There we are. And off we go. Go back. That. Oh, he loves the Tate. So it's going quite well. Just about enough moisture to be gentlish, but web bars lean, which I'm never particularly comfortable with. This is the siltier end of the field. So it's running quite well. Evening sun coming now. Of rain over the last few days, and I think we've got off lightly compared to most parts of the country, though we've still got a lot of potatoes to get out, and I'm quite concerned. So I've done all I can to make things better, control what I can control, and I've bought some 4 gangs of 20mm fluted rollers, so the tong on there is 20mm instead of 10mm, so it's got a bit more well, what's the word? It's got a smaller middle bit, so it's more receptive to sort of hoover or suck through soft soil. I put these on my old GZ harvester years ago and they were quite a game changer actually. And knowing what I know now, if I keep struggling, I'll swap these 4 over and put them on as well, and it'll just it'll take some holding back then. The only sort of scary bit is they're sort of 76 quid per 8 inches, so it's quite an expensive project. That's what, 2,700 quid's worth there, plus labour on top, so it's quite horrific. But then if we're not struggling, you can soon earn, or it could soon cost me that in gang labour. So yeah, at least we can get on now. .15 degrees. The remnants of this morning's rain. Normally when you see all these videos on the YouTube and stuff, it's this guy sitting in seats all day, every day. But oh, the bits you can't see. These are very handy catches. 18 is a sensible way of getting in. Great bit of German design here. So they put all these little rasps. Oh, that's a beauty. At neck height. So just hung these little bits of strap just to warn you in the dark. So while I've been waiting for a train, I'm just going to chip this machine out. It's an ongoing job. Go. Look at that bruiser. Sweet. So here's the cleaner. It's always good to keep casting an eye on these. Make sure you've got your retaining bolts on all the drive rollers. Oh, some little stowaways. And it's so sticky, this rear ring elevator. To keep it from off to self-clean. So it's coming up. It gets this little ridge here, and then the potatoes go round, fall off there, and either fall back in, lose, or drop out here. There we go, that's better. So basically it's just a bit of a potato dribbler. Leaves a little trail all along the field, like so. So just as an indication of what the moisture is at the minute. This was harvested on Saturday. Quite a fair old drop yesterday, but it just means it's slow. Not too bad today because that ring elevator is actually running clean. The wind dried it in the night, and so we're not doing all the dribbling of the tates on the back like it has been doing, which is quite good. So we've got a new sausage in there. Never seen that been up there before. Really sticky today. That wind has dried it more in the last evening than it has in the last 2 weeks. So I've worked through the night, It's probably like the third night we've done it now. We feel we're a bit behind, or certainly behind with, you know, if you factor in the weather. It's been quite enjoyable tonight. It's not been clogging up too much in the webs. It's what, 29, what's it now, 30? I've lost my days. What is it? 31st of October. I'd like to be done by sort of the first week of November, so we're kind of feeling the pinch. I mean, it's horrible conditions. This so happens to be a nice bit of silt. So we are actually moving. Saying that, we're doing 1.1k of speed there. So Paul is following behind. He's just waiting for me to get full. Not doing a bad sample tonight. Just it's fairly clean. Bit of gum, but not near as bad as over there and over there. It's proper horrible. It's Fen's skirt, however, it's just so gummy. The water just hasn't gone through the profile properly yet. The land drains are running. Unfortunately, their host farmer has maintained them impeccably, which isn't normally how it works. Most landlords sort of firefight after the puddles and the glimmering water on the soil surface. But yeah, this is going well tonight. Slow but well. So here we are. I've not brushed my hair. It's about 7 in the morning, and I was meant to be doing the night shift, but it just rained all night, so we went to bed. So I'd actually probably double the sleep yesterday, but I think perhaps I needed it. So it's proper gooey, and this isn't like a silt where you can sieve and go, or it looks bad and it actually goes through all right. This is just pure clam. It's just, it's as sticky as you want it. The spin off on that, the machine gums up in the bottom of the web there. You get the huge footballs in there, and then over the axle cover, in that dark abyss, it also bungs up, and that stops the third web or the second main web, whatever you want to call it. And then under here, it's just pure clag. I mean, how these multi-set rollers go, I do not know. But listen to a bit of audio book, a bit of J.K. Rowling's Robert Galbraith. It's been quite good actually. Don't forget, if I have about an hour there, I'll put a bit of YouTube on and listen to that. Some of the farmers and growers and mechanics and metal fabricators are doing on their farms and shops around the world. I just find it interesting. Keep your feet on the ground with other folks. Earlier I was trying to get some sleep from sort of 3 o'clock till 10 o'clock before I started my shift, and at least it was playing some brown noise. Have you heard of brown noise? Anyway, it basically sounds like the hum of an aeroplane, or the drone of an aeroplane, but it was actually fairly good. The dogs found it quite alarming, but So it's kind of got that same sort of feel about it in here with no radio on. This is still got the factory radio actually. It's pretty poor. So the only time the Bluetooth works is when I'm trying to take a call about 30 metres away, and it'll intercept or jump across into the cab even though I'm over there. So you end up talking to the fairies, and then the harvest driver in here will be saying, is it here? But that time they've hung up. This harvest hasn't stopped. The engine hasn't stopped running since Friday night at 1 o'clock, 1:30. I reckon it's another cyclone or thunderstorm is coming, but I don't like to look at the weather. It just fills you with anxiety, worry, which may not come. It may come, but what can I do about it? So I don't see the point of stressing myself about it really. There's silt, a bit of nice soft silt coming now, so I'm just speeding up another half a click. I've a bit of radio 4 on now, make a change. It's quite disconcerting because you really just have no sense of direction or where you are. It's a sort of 30-40 yard range because of the fog. And then Paul would rock up with a Fenland on the side of me and put his lights on, and it's like a football stadium flicking its stadium lights on. It's madness how bright they are. So the other night when I was here, I was able to clean it out probably every 20 minutes. It was balling up in the webs and bung up under that digger web down there. Tops or roots were wrapping around the shares. It just wasn't going well. So tonight's been quite relaxing. Or this morning, whatever it is. It's funny how we've been sort of lifting for 4 weeks. So we was doing probably 3.5-4 kilometres an hour then, and now we're sort of averaging between half a kilometre and 1.2 generally. How it all changes in a few weeks. I think for next year I'm going to have to make a note, work harder earlier, just get it done quicker. Get the crops desiccated earlier, get them out quicker while it's nicer, cheaper. So I'm full. I'm just going to empty out. I've never really filmed this before, so my page on the computer. Stadium on wheels. Seriously bright. There we are, that's about 7 tonne. That's trailer. There's a few stragglers just creeping in. And they're in. Reset the tank. And we're off. 6:30 in the morning now. The agency staff walking onto the grader. It's coming the way now. The agency staff walking onto the grader. Hopefully George is there. Hopefully all the staff are there. Each morning when we switch it on, we hope it all works. Keep checking the steering because it gets that time of day, night, morning.